Bars.
Live from the Windy C Radio studio in the shops at Iverson. This is the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WindyCRadio.com, the Windy C Radio app, Facebook Live and YouTube Live on the Windy C Radio pages, and of course, it's all powered by GoWin.media.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between. Welcome to another special edition of Bars, right here with your man AJ Throwback. Great to be here with you right here in the Windy C Radio studios, in the shops at Iverson, of course, on this sunny but cold Wednesday morning. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in right now on Facebook Live, on the Windy C Radio app, and online. Not going to waste too much time this morning. We have a jam-packed show for y'all today. Nothing but guests today. Not gonna really have topics today. We just going to have a lot of hip-hop today. I'm kind of happy about that. At 11:15, we got one of our strongest supporters of the show, longtime supporter, Brian Lucas. He'll be coming in along with Power in One. They'll be talking about Brian Lucas's music that he has out, that he's got coming out, what Power in One is doing, and also tonight promoting their We Don't Need Them Approval Music Fest, which will be tonight at Velvet Lounge at 8 o'clock, but we'll be getting more details about that, about the show and everything. And also at 12 o'clock, calling in all the way from Jersey, we got Gold Standard. They'll be talking to us about their individual efforts as well as their group efforts. And of course, we're going to be featuring the best and brightest independent music from the DMV and beyond. So let's get right into it. Let's not waste too much time. This is another one of our biggest supporters, J Heat with Flex. Off of that, The Heat is on. Make sure y'all cop that if y'all haven't heard it yet. And of course, you are listening to the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
So good. J Heat. Hustle every anything. Flex on flex on flex. Yes. Flex on flex on flex. Flex on flex on flex. When I flex, I flex the best, the best. When I flex. Can't do it like me. Can't with a G. When I flex, we flex the best, the best. When I flex, they can't do it like me. Can't with J Heat. Okay, I be drippin' swag, boy. That's flex on top of flex. We drippin'. Get cash, boy. That's checks on top of checks. Keep spending. Dropping hits, yo, yeah, the next after the next. Like Khaled that said, yo, we the best out of the best. Okay, I've been on flex. Wrist game flex. Whip game flex. Okay, riding with your chick, got your on flex. And we blowing on that gas, got a zip on deck like flex. Hey, that's that flexation. Take a vacation. That's that flexcation. When they flex Nathan, that's when they flex hating. But if they wanna flex, no, I keep that flex waiting. I flex the best, the best. When I flex on flex on flex, yes. They can't do it like me. Can't with a G. When I flex. This that water flowing. Calling plays, I got that audible. When I'm not around, she listen to me on the audio. Cause I got game, more game than a carnival. You ain't got no game, yo, this old, you a dinosaur. Just wanna bring that beef, I eat it like a carnivore. Anyone can get it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'ma come out swinging like Geronimo. Who the f is trying to go? Tell your bitch it's time to go. Took her from that party, now it's time to get that private show. She sick of all you lames. She use me as the antidote. Finna kill that, put this bullet in her panty. She looking like a star, so I had to make a cameo. Booty so round, yeah, I call that day that merry-go. We be getting money, we be stunting everywhere we go. When I ride by, they like, oh, when they go. I flex the best, when I flex. Flex on flex on flex, yes. They can't do it like me, can't with a G, when I flex. We flex. I flex the best, when I flex. Flex on flex on flex, yes. They can't do it like me, can't with J-Heat. We flex. Flex on flex on flex, yes. Flex on flex on flex. Flex on flex on flex. We flex.
If you're an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to Balancing Act Radio Show at gmail.com. That's Balancing Act Radio Show at gmail.com.
Put your hands on my body. Put your lips on it too. Tell me how much you love it. Tell me how much you want it. I'ma make it worth your while. I'ma have you going crazy. I'ma make you mine. You gon' be my baby. Give it to me like you said. Don't hold back nothing. I'ma give you all I got. Hope you can handle it. You gon' go insane. You gon' go insane. From the love we make. Insane, insane, insane. From the love we make. You gon' go insane.
Ain't never had nothing like this before. You got me swimming all up under your place. Drowning in it, but girl, I want some more. Hitting them spots and I can tell by your face. Shawty got me feeling wavy. Sex with her, it's so amazing. Got me thinking maybe that you the one. Not just a body, it's a mind. Independent, a whole dime. Finally found somebody worth my time. Shawty, make it worth my while. Stay having me going crazy. Keep on doing what you do, and you can be my baby.
Give it to me like you said. Don't hold back nothing. I'ma give you all I got. Hope you can handle it. You gon' go insane.
You gon' go insane. You gon' go insane.
From the love we make.
If you're an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to Balancing Act Radio Show at gmail.com. That's Balancing Act Radio Show at gmail.com.
just to learn how to fly. Yeah. Go through the pain just to get through the rain. Yeah. People say they feel you, but don't feel a thing. Yeah. Never ask for handouts, cause you don't need anything. You just finding your way, your way, your way, your way, your way. You just finding your way, your way, your way, your way, your way, yeah. Ay, yeah, ay. It might take time, ay, but it might take days, yeah, ay. Remember the dark and the pain, bringing them brighter days, yeah. Ay. Rolling up, now you up, cause you know the money coming in days, yeah. Ay. Wipe your face, it's okay, yeah. Another day, yeah. And you just finding your way, 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 your way, yeah. Just finding your way, your way, your way, your way, your way. And you just finding your way, 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 your way, your way, yeah. You just finding your way, your way, your way, your way.
Think about you all damn day, all damn day. I've been dreaming about you all damn night, all damn night. I've been pacing, yeah, anticipate, baby, yeah, for your time. Yeah. I've been drifting away. I won't fall astray. For my life is on the rise, it's on the rise. Wait for all my allies. Just know that my heart won't lie. You can do life your way, yeah.
Yeah, you just finding your way, your way, your way, your way, your way.
You just finding your way, your way, your way, your way, your way.
Yeah, you just finding your way, your way, your way, your way, your way, yeah.
You just finding your way, your way, your way, your way.
Yeah, you just finding your way,
Your way, your way, your way, your way.
you just finding your way,
Your way, your way, your way, your way.
yeah, you just finding your way,
Your way,
your way,
your way, your way.
and you just finding
Your way, your way, your way.
yeah, yeah, you just finding your way, your way, your way, your way, your way.
You just finding your way, your way, your way, your way.
Yeah, you just finding your way, your way, your way, your way, yeah. Yeah, you just finding your way, 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 your way, your way, your way, your way, yeah. Way, yeah. Your way, yeah.
Welcome back to the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah, that was Low Views featuring Sanaj with Finding Your Way. Before that, we had Brooklyn Love featuring Shay Jennifer with Insane. And starting off the set, we had Jay Heat with Flex. All right, let's get into it.
Whether they're artists, athletes, entrepreneurs, politicians, activists, or simply folks you need to know, we've got the line to the movers and shakers of DC, Maryland, Virginia, and beyond. This is 15 minutes of game on the Balancing Act Radio Show.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here live with our first guest of the day.
What's up, brother? yo, DMV. It's the DC gentleman, Ryan Lucas, man.
Sir,
I'm here
yes,
representing.
See, I didn't even need to introduce him. You know what I'm saying?
Happy to be here,
He
man.
was already ready.
Oh, man. Blessed to be connecting with you again, brother.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You got good energy, bro, and I just like to keep people around me that got that same energy, bro.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. Same here. Same
Thanks,
here. That's
man.
how I roll.
Thank you,
know
bro.
What I'm saying? I mean, you know, it's been a minute.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, man, been a
little
minute.
Over a year since
Wow,
last-
yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. It feels like, you know, real familiar area, territory, but, you know, yeah, it has been a minute, man. Yeah, a lot of changes for me and you know what I'm saying?
You've done a lot of work since.
Oh
then.
man, you have too, man.
Yeah.
You know, congratulations on the new show, bro.
Thank
You know, man, see you moving, man. Of course, I'm checking you out when I'm in LA, man. All that.
Appreciate
So,
that. Absolutely.
yeah, man, still rocking and rolling, man. You
Yeah.
know, stronger and powerful, more powerful than ever. You know.
That's right. That's how we got rolled.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's talk about some of the stuff that you've been doing since the last time we talked.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so when I came, you were gonna ask a question. I was
Well,
going right in.
Hey, you go right ahead.
Okay, man, I just got some jewels that have already, popped off in my head that happened. So I dropped Liberate Through Economics, the album,
Right.
when I came, because I was able to perform it in DC and also came to, fellowship with you and your team.
Right.
And so we dropped that, man, just moving around LA with that, well, not LA, just the West Coast really, with that. And I've also been able to move around the country a little bit too. Yeah. In the meantime, also was working on other music, and I put together an album called A Tribe Called Fresh, which I dropped, saying like about 3 months ago or whatever. But yeah, Tribe Called Fresh, man. Amazing collaborative project. I pretty much, man, gathered a lot of the artists that I've been working with from the East to West Coast, man, and put an album together, man. And all the tracks have a feature on them,
Yeah.
It's just about us collectively working together, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought that was really dope. That every song had a feature, especially the last song. It was like how many
Man,
features is on
13 rappers, man. 13 rappers, a 10-minute song.
Yeah.
Man, it's really about being an independent artist, man, breaking out the box and just like, I wanted to do an album with a lot of the artists I've worked with, man, literally are from the East and West Coast, man, from New York, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, Kansas City, Dallas, Texas, Oakland, California, Los Angeles, California. So the artists are from all over the country, man, and I just had them, like, everybody drop 8. Some of them sent me 16, you know what I'm saying? So I just used it. I said, look, we gonna put it together, make it happen, man.
Yeah.
I produced the track, and, I just had them do their thing. And I had one R&B artist on it, and he sang on it. I was like, man, his part, it was so dope. I was like, I'm gonna chop this up and make it the hook,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's how it went, man. I'm just, as a producer, I just, like, have an idea, but you never know how it's gonna be, come out, you know what I'm saying? So you just kind of mold it the way you, like a sculptor, just keep, breaking it down, breaking the block down to whatever creation that you create. And then, man, that's the beauty I share with the world, man.
Yeah.
So Let It Be is a dope track, man. It's really like laid back. Like the album, it takes you through highs and lows. So it's like, I got some like up tempo joints. I got some, laid back chill joints. Got that boom bap with it, you know what I'm saying? Feel, got a couple joints that you kind of feel like club joints, you know what I'm saying? And then, but it's, it's all me. It's all me,
Yeah. So one of the things actually, you said something in the midst of that, and it wasn't a planned question, but I was curious about it because I read it in your bio, and I think this was something I overlooked before.
Okay.
So you said that you produce music as well, because I think most people will focus on you as the artist.
The MC,
but that's like almost like an unspoken weapon you have in your arsenal.
Yeah,
Or
man.
You don't really promote it as much.
No, I guess now that I think about it, maybe I haven't promoted it as much. I think, but I'm just as much of a producer as an MC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I spend a lot of times, like, almost, I was talking to my friend yesterday. He's like, what do you do, while you're out there? I make music, you know what I'm saying? I'm producing and rapping, but I'm always open to collaborate with folks, you know what I'm saying? At this point, people want to work with me or work with them. I reach out, they reach to me, they'll send me beats, and I'll work with. So I believe in just creating great music, man, however it comes. But yeah, I do produce, man. I've been producing for like 10 years,
Okay.
I have produced a lot of tracks for people, but mostly for myself. I produce, and then really I produce stuff, and then as I connect with people, we decide whether what we're gonna do with it.
Yeah.
I use Logic to produce.
Yeah, see, that's what I was using for a long
Okay,
time.
yeah, I use Logic, man. I started using, I had an SP500 that I was given by my cousin, and then I messed with Fruity Loops for a while. It's random. I bought an Apple computer several years ago, and then I was trying to figure out what was the program to use.
Yeah.
And I know Logic at the time was the joint, like the major program for Apple. I mean, of course, it's Pro Tools and Reason and other stuff, but
Yeah.
Apple's, I guess, Logic was the Apple product or whatever. So that's why I started to learn how to use it. And since then, man, I don't I don't want to use nothing else, man.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I want to use nothing else.
Yeah.
You know, I know what what I can do with it and how to do
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man, I've been doing all types of stuff with it, and I can also record on it while I'm doing
Right,
it.
yeah.
So, man, build the tracks in, record on it, and yeah, it's been a blessing, bro.
Yeah.
Because I record now in my home. You know what I'm saying? So, making the beats. Sometimes right now, the way I'm moving now is like I'll make a beat, literally be like a day. Maybe it might take a couple hours or whatever. I'll make a beat, I'll write something to it, record it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to feel, see how it feels. So.
Yeah, that's the thing I do like about a program like Logic.
Yeah.
And for those of y'all who don't know what we're talking about, I mean, it's pretty much like recording software.
Yeah, for sure.
And also like it comes with like instruments within it.
For sure,
You know,
for sure.
And I think that's one of the things that I like about Logic, say versus a Pro Tools, is that it's a lot more seamless.
Okay.
You know, like versus like Pro Tools where you're pretty much recording audio in it. I guess you can pull up like virtual instruments
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I just think Logic is a better program.
Okay.
You know, but I mean Pro Tools is like the industry standard.
Yeah, man.
you
Like
know?
everybody, like I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to use Pro Tools. Never used it, never tried it. But every time I have my engineers mix, cause I don't engineer it myself. I have it sent out, or I have somebody mix it for me.
Okay.
They use Pro Tools.
Okay.
But I know you can mix and master with Logic too. I don't know anybody who's been trained on it to do it. So
Yeah, like if you want to call it mixing and mastering.
That's what's up.
Like,
No.
You know,
Respect,
I
respect.
do it a little bit.
Respect.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I mean, it's just a matter of what really works for you.
Yeah,
as
man.
a producer, as an artist, or whatever. And I mean, I just think when it comes down to time,
Yeah.
like Logic kind of cuts down
Okay.
some of that time.
Yeah,
you know?
I attempted because I came up listening to Jay Dillas and your Kev Browns, your what I'm saying, your Primos, you know what I'm saying, DJ Premier, Pete Rock. So I came up like, oh, I want to get an MPC, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I had one for a while, and I didn't spend enough time with it, man. I was so focused on Logic, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was so focused on like being comfortable with it and familiar with it that I just said, man, this is what I'm going to use and I'm going to work with, and I'm going to be happy with this, and just because I can do anything with it,
Yeah.
I can sample in, what I'm saying, just if I'm using sample, I can sample in, I can punch them in with the MIDI, I can do all that stuff. The same thing. It's just a different setup, different way of thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I love Logic, and I've just made it a thing. This is going to be my thing for the rest of my life, for the career, I'll say.
Yeah.
Music career, is to
Yeah.
use Logic.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their thing.
They got their thing, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I started off with the MPC
Yeah.
as well. In fact, I actually have an MPC studio now.
Oh, wow,
And
okay.
I'm trying to get into it, but I got so used to Logic that
Yeah.
it's like, all right, I gotta really like retrain myself because I had been away from the MPC so long. Because
Yeah.
my original MPC, the screen went bad.
Oh, wow,
So
okay,
like I
yeah.
couldn't even see anything I was doing.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I started using
Yeah,
Logic.
yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just what you're comfortable with, or
100%.
what's easier for you, because it's all about process.
100%, man.
Yeah.
And creating the music you want to create, man.
Right.
When I found out that Ninth Wonder started, when he was making those amazing beats, he was using Fruity Loops. I was
Right,
like, man,
right.
come on, yo.
Yeah.
It's because this goes into another thing. Starting out as an artist or MC, I know for me personally, there was a period of time where I had to prove to myself that I was a serious artist, a serious producer. So what you do is you look towards, well, who are the people that you look at and what are they using, and then you say, well, if I'm not using that, am I, do I feel like I am, being serious enough about it? Am I doing my thing? But man, the stuff I've been making with Logic, I'm like, yo, I've arrived. I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
I'm here, man. So you really, when you said that, man, made me like think maybe I need to really focus and think about like how to package myself as a producer and let people know. And I was thinking about doing this about. Producing, like I know Timbaland does it, and there are other producers who they produce the whole project and have other artists come on, and they're just presenting themselves as the producer. And I was thinking about that is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna rap on anything.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna produce like the whole album and get all my the artists I've worked with and just to smash on it, and then really say, yo, Ryan Lucas the producer. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good idea.
So I can like market it as that, and so it's like a separate thing. But yeah, I've been producing every album I have. I've produced at least 50% of the project.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about producing,
Yeah.
and you just mentioned a Tribe Called Fresh. So you mentioned Let It Be. What
Yeah.
other songs did you do on a Tribe Called Fresh?
Yeah, I did Let It Be. I did there's a what's the name of the song? I did the first one, which is Beautiful Mind.
Oh, you did that.
I did Beautiful Mind.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You
You know, I love that.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
love
Appreciate
that
it.
one.
Appreciate it. Yeah, big love to Bella You, who sang on it. You know, she's
she's
a consistent collaborator with me in LA. Beautiful Mind, I produced. Man, I did. You know, I don't have the track listing in my head, bro. I'm not gonna front on you. Real quick.
Yeah.
So many songs in my head. Okay, I produced Beautiful Mind. I produced I Didn't Know. Girl,
yeah.
I didn't
Another
know.
one I like.
Yeah, I produced that one.
Yeah.
I produced Queen of Fashion.
Okay.
And
I like Queen.
yeah, I think those are the ones I created. There's another song that's on the CD, but it's not on the digital, and
okay.
called Been the Same. It's
Right,
on
right,
CD.
right.
I
Okay.
produced that one too.
Oh, wow,
I
okay.
did that because I wanted, when I put the CD out, I wanted the CD to have something different on it. You know what I'm saying? So people, if they, if they're diggers, if they really want the music, they're gonna be like, oh man, I have this track and it's not on the digital.
Yeah.
You can't get it digitally. Well, you can get it on Bandcamp, but you can't get it on like iTunes and all the other ones that people use. You know, just trying to, in this game that we're in now, or I say the way that the independent artistry works, or the industry for independent artists, is that I think exclusivity is important in some respects. You have to figure out a way that you are giving your tastemakers, the people who are your supporters, something that's different. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody really rocks with me and they really, they get the CD, they're going to have something different. I've seen other artists in the past do that, I remember back in the day, I talk a lot about Low Budget and Kev Brown because they have been an influence on me just in the DC scene. I remember I hit Ken Starr up on, like, I don't know if it was on one of the social media, just like, I don't know him, but like message him because I was looking for a song called Look.
Yeah.
He has a song called Look. And I could not find it digitally. He said it's only on wax.
Okay.
So I had to find the wax. One of my boys, Z1 The Essential, was a former rap buddy of mine who lives in Atlanta, but he's from the DMV area. He actually had the wax, man. So I borrowed it from him and never gave it back, but that was the only way to find it. I think now the way things were, you can probably find it now, but at that point there was no way you could find the song.
Yeah.
I heard it on a mixtape. I think it was I don't know if it was Kev Brown's mixtape or somebody's mixtape, and I was like, man, I want the whole song because it only had like a verse and the hook on it. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, there's a full song somewhere.
Yeah.
Because man, that beat is just sick, man. But yeah, man, that's the thing. I produced those three, one, two, three, four, five of the tracks, five of the 8. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
I would have, like I said, because you don't really talk about it like that, or
Yeah.
that's not really something you promote. I would have never known that you did that.
And I ain't gonna front. I thought that people knew that. I guess I'm assuming that but I don't say it. Yeah, I don't say it.
Yeah.
I think what happens when I put out the records, I do say produced by but I don't say produced by Ryan.
Right,
I don't
right.
say Ryan Lucas produced by Ryan Lucas.
That
how do
is
you
a
do
good
that?
point, yeah.
How do you do that? So when it doesn't say anybody, that means I produced it. But
Right.
but maybe I'll figure out a way.
Okay,
Like
okay.
some people I don't use a different name. I don't know. But I don't want to have to market something. It's got to be the same thing. But we'll figure it out.
Well, yeah. Now I know, and now,
Okay.
now the listeners know.
Salute.
If you see a Ryan Lucas track, you don't see produced by, you know it's Ryan Lucas.
For sure. For the official ones.
Yeah,
yes.
for the official one. So
Yeah.
one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, you kind of teed it up a little bit.
Okay.
Just now, you were talking about the different ways that you kind of make things exclusive.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
like for your fans and your followers.
Support,
And one of
yeah.
the things that you do that I notice is you have you just like make songs.
Yeah,
And then just put them up.
Yeah.
Like make almost like kind of impromptu videos. That's what it kind of feels
That's
like.
it, exactly what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Exactly what it is. The way I look at it is that I consider them all demos, in the sense that like these are potentially going to be songs. I don't have a crowd of people like I was watching Temptations, for the movie, and they had I don't know what they call them, but they pretty much when they create a song, after they create it, they have like a room full of people to listen to the song.
Yeah.
So for one reason why I do it is because before I fully put out the song now, because I can pretty much finish the song and put it out really easy. Why don't I just give a snippet, and see what people are rocking with, if they really rock with me, what they're rocking with. So
That's a good idea.
depending on the feel, I can tell which songs when I put them out might get a little better buzz than others. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I work. For like the last album and things like that.
Yeah.
The other reason is because I do believe we're in a place where there are so many artists. There's so much. There's so much out there, and so I have the capacity to control what I can control. So I feel like if I want people to continue to rock with me, follow me, and they like my music, then they may enjoy hearing, me, come up with new stuff, as often as I feel, because it doesn't happen every day. Sometimes it happens twice a day. Sometimes it happens twice a week. Sometimes it's 3 or 4 times a week. It depends. Whenever I create something, because I've devoted my life to music, so pretty much I do work. I have a 9-to-5 job, and I come home and I do music. You know what I'm saying? So, so part of it is I just want to share the music, and I'm writing about these topics that I've always just thought about, because sometimes I just think and sit and think about things. It's like, let me put this in a verse, see how it goes. I have this beat, and let me just rock it out together. So, it's just about me just continuing to also hone in on my craft, man, because I feel like I look back, I've been doing this thing for about almost 2 years, a year and a half, where I've been just dropping stuff, man. I bought some studio lights in my apartment, and a white backdrop, and I just my camera phone. I have a tripod, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm getting a little bit better with editing and stuff like that too, editing, like video editing and stuff. So learning how to do lighting is difficult, bro. Like, but growing pains, bro, growing pains. But the content, man, is what's important, man. Is the content is there, and so people get something fresh from me. Because if you look at, I follow a lot of people on YouTube, like vloggers and people that have their own shows, podcasts, like people like yourself, and they're consistently doing stuff. They're consistently putting stuff out, and so everything may not catch people right when I put it out. That's why I throw it on YouTube, because there'll be a moment where people like want to go back and start look. I had a friend of mine who hit me. He's like, "Yo, man, I've been sitting here watching your one-offs," that's what I call them, one-offs, all day, man. It's like, yo, I've been seeing like just the different, the progress, the changes, and it's like a story you're building, And I said, that's exactly what I want it to be, man, give the content. And there's also fear in my head that one day I will lose the energy to want to do it. So I'm like, while I got my pen, while I'm hot with the pen, let me just continue to produce and rock out. I don't share everything. There's a stash that's not being shared, but as far as like the when I feel like the need to put out, like, you got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got all these tools, and people have different views on how they should put music out. Because I have other friends in LA who have 4 pictures up, and they're serious artists, have 4 or 5 pictures up, and they're very focused on the how beautiful their Instagram looks, and not putting out too much and just giving just enough. But man, I'm like, yo, I'm really trying to do things, I'm trying to give people a story. I'm trying to give people like the lifestyle, but not give you drama, because I'm not going to give you any drama. I'm not going to give you any BS. I'm not going to give you anything that's going to make you like laugh in the sense of making fun of somebody, bullying or fighting, or so I'm just going to do it by just showing you I'm an artist. I'm an artist, bro. So that's those 3 or 4 reasons is the reason I do that, man. And I love doing it, and I'm going to continue to do it. Here's where I got the idea. Mouthful, right? Let me finish the question with this. I got the idea from a buddy of mine. His name is Buck Bowen. Salute to Buck Bowen. He's originally from Omaha, Nebraska. And he actually, the reason I'm shouting him out also is because he put me on a show in Omaha. He brought me out to Omaha several months ago or whatever. So I got to perform out there and rock in front of I would never think I'd be able to rock and kill it, you know what I'm saying? And build new supporters out there, man. Omaha, but he lived in Long Beach. We met in Long Beach when I first started doing shows out there, and but he's a videographer as well. He's a hip hop artist, producer, and videographer, like really good videographer. He does a video song per week, every Monday for the last year and a half. He's put out a video every Monday, like quality video. And man, he really just inspired me. Like, wow, that's so amazing that you do that. Create a new song, a full song. And I've been on a couple of the joints with him, because he'll get other people to rap on his joints too. To do the videos with. But I said, bro, that's the consistency that I appreciate. And that's why I said to you, as far as energy earlier, being around people who motivate you. Because like, if I'm around somebody who's going to be lazy and not even in their craft, even if they're not artists, you're not, being proficient in your craft, then it's like you're not going to motivate me to want to go through when I'm tired and I'm like sleepy. It's like, nah, man, AJ's doing his thing. Yo, I'm going to keep doing mine. He does it every week. I'm going to do it every week. So I'd say, to be honest with you, because of the way I operate, I am not disciplined enough to do something the same time every week, personally. I know myself. That's why you might see stuff twice a week. You might see stuff twice a day. You might see stuff once every 2 weeks. Like, I haven't done anything since I've been out here, just moving around. But when I get back, I got a lot of things on my head, man. I'm probably going to rock out next week on the gram. So Big love to Buck Bourne for giving me the idea and being a motivator to me to to do it, man. Because it's like when I saw him do it, because he's seen other people do it, and I say, man, this is what I'm talking about, the ripple effect. You know what I'm saying, about the energy transferring and sharing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. That's the reason I do those videos.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because I mean, it really is inspiration, for myself as an artist and for other artists out there. Like just it's the whole iron sharpens iron thing. And I reference that so much,
100%.
but it's so important that you see people who are doing that because it inspires you, it pushes you to be consistent in whatever form of consistency you're going to be, whether it's putting out something like that every single week or once a month, even if it's once a month.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But some form of consistency where people frequently, they see you doing something.
Exactly. I mean, I asked the question, like, do you want this or not? I mentor, they're not necessarily younger than me, maybe not, but younger in as far in the game, as far as music than me. I mentor people and I say, like, this has to be, you have to live, eat, breathe it. You know what I'm saying? You have to want it. You have to, want to do it, because I can give you all the advice in the world as far as like getting your stuff digitally distributed. I can give you advice on how to get some shows, but I can't give you the advice on how to be consistent, how to continue to make music. I can't give you that. I can help you write songs. I can help you put songs together, but I can't tell you how to be persistent, how to, even when you don't see any progress, how to continue to keep going. I've gotten to the point, even with those videos, I get nervous when I put them out, because like I'm really putting myself out there. Like people have the ability to judge if I have skills or not. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, people can, say what they want, whatever with it. Because I am sensitive about it, because it is my music, Right. But it's like, one life to live, man. Do what you got to do. What I do know for a guarantee, if you don't do anything, nothing's gonna happen.
There you go.
And I'm 100% made a decision that this is my life, man. The music is my life, man. And so I just wanted, to do it,
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. So let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about Power in One.
Okay.
Now this is something I didn't get to talk to you about the last time, and I didn't realize how long this particular article had been out.
Okay.
I remember seeing an article in BuzzFeed.
Yeah, for sure.
21 black-owned clothing and accessories brands you need to be following.
Yeah.
And I mean, you had like all these different brands.
For
you had,
sure.
like, HGC Apparel. You had Street Knowledge.
For sure.
You had Would You Wear, which actually Would You Wear.
Fresh, man. Salute to them. Salute to them, man.
Salute to them. But
yeah.
When I saw that you guys were featured alongside, I'm like, okay, they making moves. People,
man.
People are recognizing what they're doing. And
Sir.
And I feel like y'all have one of the premier brands of the brands, that are out there.
Appreciate it.
Like I just like the messaging and the pride that's behind it.
Yes, sir.
So like talk about like what does it mean for getting you can say getting a nod like that, what did it mean for your brand, but just knowing that like your brand is being recognized, people are seeing it, people are connecting with it. Like, how does that feel? Yeah, man, it feels amazing, man, because it's a lot of work, man. People don't know we've been rocking for 7 years. We meet every Tuesday. Wow. Imagine 7 years every Tuesday. Yeah. You talking about people with families, people that got responsibilities. I done moved from DC to LA. Transitioning. One of my boys moved from Charlotte to Wheaton, and then we add people on the team. So it's I really appreciate the nod. I really appreciate the people recognizing what we're doing, man, because we just been trying to steadily build and grow and be consistent, with it. We do one of the things that's important, because the music game is just like the fashion game at this point, because it's access. People have access to go to places to get stuff done, and everybody has ideas, man, because we're all like creative beings in a sense. Everybody has a piece of creativity in them. The business piece is what separates people. You know what I'm saying? Like taking care of the business. So. It feels good. I really appreciate it. We had a dope write up in the Afro magazine, Afro newspaper. Awesome.
and that means a lot to me because my mother, growing up, my mother was subscribed to the Afro newspaper. She was subscribed to it. She read it all the time, you know what I'm saying? So when I saw that, I was like, man, you know, she passed away. But I was like, if I wish she could see this, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's a blessing to know I get recognized, you know what I'm saying, by our community. Because really, this is about our community, you know? But we do look at making sure that we have pieces that they can people utilize beyond a week, beyond a month. Yo, we want you to go back 5 years with the same garment that you had and say, you know, I had this garment on. My buddies down in Charlotte, they went to an event in Durham where they vended. It was a black market event. I guess it was on a Black Friday or whatever they were selling. And they had at least 10 people come up that came the year before with their shirt on, you know what I'm saying? Proud about wearing it, man. And they're like, yo, I got my shirt. So, we took pictures with it and everything like that. So really, it's about like growing with the culture, man. And we do receive, and this is why I appreciate the customers and supporters, because we do receive feedback all the time, you know, whether it's the great stuff or the challenges, but we get feedback back and forth so we can grow and be a better company. So we're very pleased about it, man. It's just it's a great thing, a great feeling. And I just want to thank Atuya Cornwell, Carrick Faulkner, William Barnett, and Naomi Crumpley, who are a part of all of our team, because if one person wouldn't be able to do what we're doing, man, it's all of us working together, all of us doing it together, and because of that, we reach in different markets, we're reaching different places, we're able to have access to different media outlets, and so and then people know who knows who, and then certain person wears this and wears that, and then it becomes like, oh, BuzzFeed catches us on the radar, which is a dope thing. And that was totally unexpected. We just looked up the next morning. I think somebody sent me a text about it, like, oh, okay, looked at it. So we had no idea, man. We had no idea, man. I mean, we have our ways. It's funny though, because when things happen like that, we don't plan them, or aren't the ones that like generate it. It's sort of like we do have marketing outreach ways that we go about it. But it seems like the ones that are like a little bit like those things, we don't plan them. It's like we don't even know how this gonna happen. But it's a good thing, man, because you got to do everything. You got to do everything. Yeah, man. But it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to empower people and do something like, what I'm saying, to continue to empower us and put us in a better financial, place. You know what I'm saying? If we can do it both together, man, I think that's like the beauty of life, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to do something where people are feeling good about themselves, but you can also, eat. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Absolutely. So the last thing I'm going to ask you about, actually, it's right on your shirt.
Yes.
And it's and when I first saw that sweatshirt, I mean that hoodie, and I guess y'all have it on T-shirts and other stuff as well. That's the one that jumped out to me the most. And then when you started promoting for the actual music fest, which is tonight, I was like, I like this. I like the direction of it. I like what it's saying. Just talk a little bit about the music fest that's going to be going on tonight.
For sure, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, so we have a music fest tonight at Velvet Lounge. It's called We Don't Need Their Approval Music Fest. It's at 8 p.m. It's $10 at the door. It's featuring a number of dynamic artists from the DMV area. I was able to book the place myself, and so I was able to select artists myself. So I can handpick great artists who are serious about their craft, and we collectively promote together. And instead of putting it in the hands of someone who we may not know how they're going to promote us, if they care about the artist, whether we're going to get a fair shake in the project and the show. But yeah, it's called We Don't Need Their Approval Music Fest. We have I'm going to list out the artists that we have. We have Ryan Lucas, myself, of course, with D2, who's my drummer, DJ Corey T, Moluba, Latasia, RNL, and he's going to bring his whole crew, Kent Black, and my brother Damaya. These are all different artists, different type of artists. We have hip-hop, we have R&B, we got like neo soul rock from Kent Black. So it's a collection of different things. It's not going to be a long night. So really people, they need to get there at 8 o'clock because we're going to start on time, right around 8:30. And we're just going to keep hitting you back to back with this amazing music, man. And we won't, because it's Wednesday, we're not going to keep you up late. But we will give you a snippet of some great music. And of course, I'm going to come bringing it, man, with my drummer, my longtime collaborator, D2.
Absolutely.
So, and also my DJ, DJ Corey T. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really about. I think my message is really about pushing independent thought in general. So everything has to connect with it. That's what this festival is about, man. Independent thought. Us taking the power in our hands to do what we need to do. So we just know what's going on. We don't have to deal. I've dealt with, man. You're an artist, so you probably can understand. Like I've dealt with so many people as far as like promoters or managers who. I don't know if they had my best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? So in this age of independence, I'm going to just do it myself. So we're doing our own shows, man. So it's tonight, starting off tonight. And we're looking forward to doing this again in the future. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
you have any upcoming projects you want to
Yeah, man. I finished a new album, man, already.
Awesome.
A new album is going to probably drop in January, February. I was thinking about dropping in December, but I wasn't able to because we didn't want to rush the engineering process. It's produced by a guy out of Boston named Feel the Pain. He moved out to LA about 2 years ago, and we've been in talks about putting some music together. He gave me the beats like a year ago, but been taking my time with it, and I finished it. Got some great collaborators on it. One of my friends, Latasia, who's in here, she is singing on it, and some great collaborations with it. It's a full album. It's somewhere between 10 and 12 tracks. So, man, it's called Trophy Room. So, yeah, man, it's about celebrating the victories, man. It's looking back over, I look back over my last couple of years about things that have been going on in transition, which we all go through transitions in life. But this is just about, like, celebrating them because, it's life is about perspective, I think. It's really about, like, how do you look at things? How do you see things, saying? Like, celebrate the little stuff, The little stuff leads to the big stuff. So, Trophy Room, man, I want people to feel good listening to it. I was listening to the demos driving yesterday, and it's real smooth. It's a riding type album. It's nothing like crazy jumpy on it. It's not like it's not any club stuff or nothing. It's straight riding music, boom bap, riding music, man.
That's what's up. So let everybody know where they can connect with you on social media.
For sure, on all social media platforms, 2 places you can connect with me. It's at Ryan Lucas DC. At Ryan Lucas DC, and also you connect with me with my clothing line at Power in One. At Power in One, and let me give the 2 websites. Ryan Lucas DC, where you can purchase my music, but also purchase my book. You can purchase T-shirt, you can purchase bracelets, but also see my music videos at RyanLucasDC.com. And then also, if you want to check out any of the fashion from Power in One Clothing, you can go to PIOclothing.com.
Right. So I'm going to let you introduce the song we were talking about.
Okay. Which one? My girlfriend? Yeah. All right, yeah. Off of my project, my debut album, I Want Her Back. There's a song produced by the legendary producer, worldwide known, Kev Brown. The song is called My Girlfriend.
Official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond, and we thank Ryan Lucas for sitting down with us. So make sure y'all vibe out to this right here. This is a dope track, y'all. So My Girlfriend, Ryan Lucas, official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
It's real.
Elevated elegance on another element, and she keep it genuine. Special dedication going out to my. Now I'm in love with the Nubian woman. Choosy with substance, bougie and slumming. Kabuki seduction, she goofy, I love her. Killer 2-piece, hold my hand loosely in public. She put her hands down, 2 fists for justice. Down for just us, a crown can be trusted. Now we the new Tubman and Douglas. Treat me like a king at the top of a hug list. She a queen, but she know who the boss is. Now we both boss, share profits and losses. She handle business plus interest and lyrics. Y'all rappers ain't singing nothing. She don't wanna hear it. If you grow up out of suffering, she ain't coming near it. Into fitness like a gymnast, only bless me with the kisses. Send it, something citrus, I'm a witness. She tremendous, every outfit is fitted. Reconnected to Kimmy. Elevated elegance. My girlfriend. On another element. My girlfriend, and she keep it genuine. My girlfriend, special dedication going out to my. I met her on the 4th taking courses, cooler than Zach Morris as I came forward. She came to the gig looking gorgeous, sweeter than an orange in Oregon orchards. Everything proportion, pretty as portrait. Cutie was covered like a canvas in the Corcoran. Reading the war gym, pretty couture lens. Hopping out the two-door Benz, mature slim. Flipping out the Bangkok Swift contortion. Cocoa brown skin sitting on a fortune. Accessories extorted, dressed in short and polo by Ralph Lauren. Celebrity sale organ, aesthetically nourished, poetically an orchid. Genetic dead Morgans had me staring like a tourist. She hustle every morning, keep the champagne pouring. I escort her like a doorman. Elevated elegance, my girlfriend. On another element, my girlfriend. And she keep it genuine, my girlfriend. Special dedication going out to my elevated elegance, my girlfriend. On another element, my girlfriend. And she keep it genuine, my girlfriend. Special dedication going out to my girlfriend. Going out to my. Going out to my. Going out to my.
You hear this spot right here? This could be your spot where you pull your new customer. If you're a nascent or established business or entrepreneur and you believe you have the right product for our audience, then advertise with Bars. For more details on our rates, packages, and deals for first-time clients, email balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
That real?
Gravity 60 East Ryan Lucas
Got you stuck off the realness.
We're just some hip-hop kids. Everybody got a story, dog.
Got you stuck off the realness.
Back in the day, me and Rob freestyling basements, thinking of clever punchlines and phrases, dreaming of living life on these stages, pouring out emotions on pages. Hip-hop Prince, I was feeling delirious. Made a little dough, then I got a little curious. Even underwater, I would flow like amphibians. My father never thought I'd take it this serious. There's something about that boom boom bap. Get me higher than Bishop Desmond Tutu's hat. Yo, why you spitting on them doo-doo raps? God gave me this flow, you can't YouTube that. Ha, we rock crowds from DC to LA, NY to Austin, KC to Philly. 1, 2, 1, 2, the party don't stop. I do this for the love of my life. I'm doing this for hip hop.
Got you stuck off the realness.
60 East, Ryan Lucas, hip hop. Check it. I'm a lifer on the mic. Ain't nobody nicer on point like a sniper. When I step into a cipher, got bars like Quentin or Rikers. I'm a writer, got my name on the flyer. I'm setting the bar higher. Every barbed wire on the road like hard tires. No sleep in the stew. Every night's an all-nighter. Flow raw through the wire. This what they call fire. Young sire on the mic. Make these rappers retire. Hip-hop started out in the park. Break dancing on the court. I fell in love with the art that I saw on the walls that they painted with pens. Then I started writing words. Life started making sense. Now we aiming for the fence. Headlining events. Labels calling, talking about that they want to invest. One of the best in the world. Then he repping the West. And I'm blessed for this culture. Hip-hop to the death.
Got you stuck off the realness. Got you stuck off the.
Jay Dilla, Slum Village, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Outkast, Kanye West, Little Brother, Busta Rhymes, KRS, Pharaoh, Dr. Dre, DMX, Rakim, Craig Mack, Jigga Jay-Z, Mobb Deep, Pusha T, N.E.R.D, Biggie Small, Siegel, Master P, Mr. Cole, Cat Brown, Nas, Odyssey, Black Spade, Black Milk, Black Shark, Theory Hazard, Braille Brizzy, Omega Sparks, Mad Lib, Def Squad, MC Light, AZ, Jess Blaze, Sean Price, Rather MC, Big Daddy Kane, Ken Star, Freeway, Wu-Tang, Wale,
Public Enemy, LOX, Timberland, Missy, Brand Nubian, 50 Cent, Run DMC, Murder Mace, Common Sense, Heavy D, Goody Mob, Lost Boys, and the Ghetto Ones, Primo, P-Rock, Big Pun, Mos Def, Talib, Tab A, Joe Budden, Eminem, LL Cool J, Snoop, Tupac, Slick Rick Shine, The Fugees, Raw Digger, 5'9".
That's how we feel about this track right here. This is the Fish Grease Pick of the Week, only on Bars, on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Time is running out. We don't have too long now. You and I are not supposed to be here, baby. But my heart is open wide, and so is my body. And I think that we should take advantage of this moment. Maybe I'm a fiend for it. I just gotta have you. You know you're my bad habit, and I know that I'm yours too. I don't wanna walk away. I'm standing here right in front of you, and I don't know what to say. So I guess I gotta show you. Tonight I'm gonna love you everywhere that you want me to touch you. I'm making my mission just to please you. I'm coming with you, baby, I won't leave you. And tonight you're gonna love me. Wrap my legs around your head and touch me. Go deep as you can, baby, please me. Promise me that you ain't gonna leave me, boy. Our time here is almost over, and we're just getting started. There's so much more that I have yet to explore on you, boy. But I can't stop now. Might as well go all the way. Let's just say f it and go for it. Yeah, what's the point of doing it halfway? Maybe I'm a fiend for it. Maybe I'm a fiend. I just gotta have you. I just gotta have you. You know you're my bad habit. And I know that I'm yours too. I don't wanna walk away. I don't. I'm standing here right in front of you, and I don't know what to say. So tonight I'm gonna love you. Everywhere that you want me to touch you. I'm making my mission just to please you. Coming with you, baby, I won't leave you. And tonight you're gonna love me. Wrap my legs around your head and touch me. Touch me, baby. Please me. Promise me that you ain't gonna leave me. Tonight I love you. Everywhere that you want me to touch you. I'm making my mission just to please you, baby. I'm coming with you, baby, I won't leave. I'm coming, baby. Tonight you're gonna love me. Wrap my legs around your head and touch me, baby. Go deep as you can, baby. Touch me, baby. Promise me that you ain't gonna leave me. Don't leave me, boy.
More topics, more segments, more music means more bars after this.
Win DC Radio brings to you the app. Yes, the app is now available on your Google Play and your App Store on your iPhone or your Android. Any of your pads that you might be using, be it if it's an iPad, iPad Mini, or if you have a Samsung Note, doesn't matter what you have, any mobile device, you can get the app so you can listen where you're at to Win DC Radio.
Foreplay the Orgasm Show. I am your host, Hot Toddy, along with the Turn Up team, Miss Lolly and Showtime. Foreplay the Orgasm Show is each and every Tuesday night from 8 to 10, bringing you the sexy slow jams with very adult interactive conversation, only on Win DC Radio.
Man, look, y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy, Gerard Street Garvey, and my DJ, Kid Cannon. And when we together, you know what it is. Grind Season Radio, each and every Wednesday from 8 to 10 on Win DC Radio. Don't forget it. Yeah.
Looking for a new look? Check out Hair Academy 2 in the Shops at Iverson, Hillcrest Heights, Maryland. You'll get quality services done by developing stylists and barbers. Senior discounts offered weekly and free barbershop services available when you present a flyer. Chemical treatments are also available. Call 301-899-9100 for hours of operation. Hair Academy 2 in the Shops at Iverson, 3705 Branch Avenue, Suite 1010, lower level, Hillcrest Heights. A new look is waiting for you at Hair Academy 2. The Shops at Iverson is now undergoing a transformation, creating a mixed-use center where the community can come together to eat, shop, relax, and feel connected. The Shops at Iverson is a 600 KSF mixed-use property consisting of retail and office space now available. Located inside the Beltway on Branch Avenue, Maryland, just minutes from downtown D.C. It's an exciting time at the Shops at Iverson. Several beautiful renovation projects are ongoing, transforming the Shops at Iverson into the new safe community hub. DMV, get ready to enjoy the new food court. Opening late spring, early summer, featuring new restaurants like Chipotle, Quickway Hibachi, Tropical Smoothie, Wingstop, and free Wi-Fi. The Shops at Iverson, the original home of the world-famous Snickerdoodle cookies, is completing several cosmetic improvements to the mall interior, facade, and parking garage. The Shops at Iverson is the new home of Go Win Media, comprised of the DMV's premier internet radio stations, Go Radio Live and Win DC Radio. For updates and more details, check out shopiverson.com. That's shopiverson.com.
We hope you didn't go too far. It's time for the second hour of the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
And the timing couldn't be better as we have our next set of guests calling in. Oh, I clicked the button. If y'all listening, call right back, y'all. For whatever reason, when I hit the button, it didn't pick up the call. But yeah, so hopefully it does it this time. You on with the Balancing Act Radio Show?
Hey AJ, what's going on, man?
What's going on? Who am I speaking with?
Chilling. This is Drew Diligence from Gold Standard.
All right.
And I got my mans with me.
All right, cool.
21 Gold in the building.
21 Gold. See, you know, what's funny, when I saw the name and how it was styled, I was like, okay, is it 21 Gold? Is it XXI Gold? I'm going to go with 21. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, I assumed correctly.
Perfect.
All right,
hey, I take it as whatever you want to call it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have our second set of guests, as you can hear on the phone, of Gold Standard, Drew Diligence, and 21 Gold. How y'all fellas doing today?
Good. Chilling.
That's good. Glad to have y'all on the show. Appreciate y'all calling in. Y'all in Jersey, right?
Yeah. Sir. Representing Central New Jerusalem.
That's what's up. All right. So we go ahead and get right to it. This is the first question I have for y'all. I'm just curious. How did y'all become How did y'all become cool? How did y'all become friends? Like, was it through, was it school? Was it rap? How exactly did y'all come together?
Okay, I can take this one, right? Go. Yeah, take that one. All right, cool. So, basically, me and this dude have known each other through our entire, pretty much childhood, going back to about like 10 years old, if not before that. Okay. Elementary school, middle school, then like I moved away to a different town. But over the years, it's like when you pretty much have a distance, but then you come back together as if y'all never ever separated. It was that type of friendship. So it just so happened we happen to still have a liking for music in depth, down to even learning about song credits and writing and, you know, real money making moves. And honestly, it was a recent thing where serious, we say, you know what? We known each other for years. We trust each other. Why don't we do it?
Yeah.
And, you know, he's like, I don't know. You late as hell. I don't know why either. So, you know, we both was a day late, dollar short, but we got our bucks up, and now we about to get it rocking, you know? So that's how it happened.
That's what's up. What's up. So, Gold Standard, talk about how did y'all come to that as your brand, as your name, as the duo?
That's one of those straightforward answers. There's like a certain standard we both live by.
Yeah.
And I have this thing with gold. Okay. So basically, Dru Diligence came up with the name more so us going back and forth because we talk like every day. So we like, yo, we need to set the bar. Mm-hmm. And we need to have a name that shows that we want the best out of everything we give.
Yeah.
So we got to have a standard. Mm-hmm. We got to have a gold standard.
I like that. Real simple.
So there you go.
I like that. Speaking of gold, and I know your U21, I know your thing with gold, because originally you went by Denzel Spencer. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then you changed up to 21 Gold. So why the change?
Okay, I'm about to tell you something that you ain't know. You ready?
Okay.
I was originally this like a secret life of mine. I was originally Uno Red.
You said you were originally
Uno Red.
Okay.
Don't Google that.
Okay.
And and like at first, like I consider it like transitions because Uno. First of all, my first rap name was Murder, aka Red Rum, because I wanted to be a hood rapper. I don't know why, but then I'm like, nah, I don't want to be hood. Yeah. So I was like, let me go with Uno Red.
Okay.
And then see how the red rum's still there.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I don't want to be Uno Red. So I was like, let me just use my name because people like Denzel Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, I use my name. But then Roy Woods, whose name is Denzel Spencer, I keep getting his royalty checks. So I'm like, nah.
You wasn't supposed to leak that.
Nah, he need to hear that money. He need to hear this. I'm tired of getting them. So I'm like, forget that. I'm going for 21 Gold. Yeah. I like Roman numerals, and I love gold.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's you know what's funny about you saying the whole thing about like going with Denzel at first. I was like, I wonder if there was like a Denzel Washington connection there, you know. you actually answered my question, my unspoken question I had about that.
Thank you. Well, I had to use it because my name is Denzel, so I'm like, all right, use it. I'm like, nah, get rid of it.
Yeah. So Dru, I wanted to ask you a question. I found it interesting in your bio. Your alias is Baby Bishop, and
right.
you liken yourself to the chess piece on the board, which has one of the greatest vantage points, while also admitting the baby part you said was like your bad habit of underestimating yourself. So
right.
I wanted to ask you, how does the Bishop analogy translate lyrically and content-wise? And then with the whole thing about the baby part, you had put something up on 2 of your tracks on SoundCloud. It was Blackout and Fresh Prince. I think it was from you kind of put together an EP called Lost and Found, I think it was.
Yeah, let's see, like more so with the Lost and Found compilation. Honestly, that's an ongoing thing where I add in, it's just like a Lost and Found, where I have right now a number of songs that I feel are good for listening, but don't exactly represent myself as an artist. And these songs have go back about maybe 3 or 4 years, and I have maybe about 10 or 20 songs. I can't remember because I've recorded in a couple studios, and I've really grown so much as an artist. You know how it is when you're adult, you don't really have time to really do your passion so much. You got to pay these bills, and those songs kind of collected dust before I could really put them out and get artwork. And by the time I get time now to really stay consistent, I'm like, damn, I got all these songs, and it sucks that I can't put them out, but fuck it, I'm gonna put them out anyway. So I leave them there for listening pleasure, and also so people know how I evolved as an artist. And to the question you asked about the Bishop aspect translating to my myself as an artist and lyricism, well, like you pretty much said it. The Bishop has one of the most strategic vantage points in chess, and me myself, I enjoy chess. It's a good mental stimulant, and I can apply it to life, and I get that honestly. I'm a Wu-Tang fan, so GZA, that is a key element in my mentality, not just like my lyricism. Yeah. But as a Bishop, the thing about that is lyrically, and my all-around sound, I try to come a little bit left field, like still with the key elements, be it hip-hop music, trap music, whatever. But I feel like one lost element is that the very first element of hip-hop was you don't bite off nobody. Right. You don't sound like nobody, or else you're going to get what you got out of rock and roll, where everyone bit off everyone and everything got, whitewashed or whatever. But basically that's why I choose the Bishop, because the Bishop is so left field in his movements, and the way that it's used on the board is very much different than any other piece, despite how unique they may be. And also, I just feel that every person is born as a particular chess piece. Some are pawns, some are kings, and, some are more than others. But I feel like I was born a bishop, and it's up to me to reflect my moves as that, and I try to do that.
Right. And I because I know you said that in your bio as well, and that's the thing that what's funny is when I read that, I don't know if y'all ever seen Higher Learning, the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So the part where Lawrence Fishburne's character is talking to, I think he was talking to Omar Epps' character, and
with that bad accent, right?
Right. That's so funny because I was watching it recently. I was like, man, that accent is terrible.
It'd been worse. It'd be worse if his daughter was in the movie. We know how that went, but that's another story.
But yeah, it was just funny that he said, like talking about the pawn. How the pawn, if used wisely, can be one of the most powerful pieces on the board. And it really is a thing of recognizing what you are, what's your capabilities, whether it's as an artist, whether it's as a man, no matter whether it's as a business person, no matter what it is, recognizing the powers you have instead of looking at it as I'm not the king or I'm not the queen, because, the whole time you're really trying to protect certain pieces on the board, and sometimes it's harder to be the person protected than the person that's the protector. So
yes, right. And I just want to just hit that real quick where you mentioned the thing about the baby, the bad habit part. The thing is, like, what is it? In terms of being very kind of underestimating myself, it's just been proven that when I try to work with people and I try to play my role more so as letting them take command, it turns out that maybe they're not able to step up to the plate, or they don't take as much initiative as they showed when we first initially met. And then when I kind of take the initiative for them just as a help out, honestly, you kind of run into it in the music business, and you try to work with people. People really get jealous off the fact that you include them on something, but they didn't have the idea to do it, and what you did was better than what they ever thought of. And, it's like maybe that does happen, but it's like I would still want to keep working with them, but the jealousy shows. It sprouts an ugly head, and you can't even mess with them no more. So in that, I've learned I'm trying to not underestimate myself, because once you have knowledge of self, you realize that you're better than you think you are, and that being humble does not discount you from being better than somebody. It honestly works out better.
Yeah, absolutely. So 21, I wanted to ask you something about about your style, and what I appreciate is funny because in your bio, like you list some of the people that like are, I guess, influences or people kind of liking you to, like Kanye, like Childish Gambino, and it's funny because before I even read that, when I listened to your album and I heard songs like Therapy and Golden, it was obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily that it was directly like, okay, like I'm trying to be like them, but you could tell that the influences were there. But what I like about your style is that it's really different, and it's almost experimental in a way. So talk to me about like the things like you hear, like, or what you listen for when you're creating.
So like, okay, I'm the worst person when it comes to making music in terms of, because everything you hear, I produce myself. Every single thing. I every from start to finish. I have a habit of making a lot of beats and a lot of instrumentals and then just deleting them. I will get rid of them. That's a bad habit that I have. So like when I'm looking for a certain sound, I love pop. Mm-hmm. I love pop music. Yeah. And I love the idea that, like, for instance, hip hop now is very bass, kick, snare driven. Mm-hmm. You could listen to certain hip hop songs and you could literally rap other people's verses on those songs from total different types of songs. Yeah. Like, and for me that always kind of bothered me. Mm-hmm. Because it's like music itself is supposed to be experimental. You're supposed to try to bring new sounds. Like, for instance, I love Michael Jackson. Yeah. And a lot of the sounds that you hear on his tracks are him making noises with his mouth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In the song Therapy, you know, the female singing? Yeah. That's me. Really? Yeah, you see? That's what I'm saying. That's me. Wow. That in Therapy, that is my vocals. And all I did was I played around with them. Mm-hmm. I sat there and like, oh, I should do this, I should do that. So when I'm making music, like, I try to think as if like Kanye West, when he sits down with all his 600 producers, what his 600 producers are saying to him. Right. So, so I'm thinking like if I can like capture the moments, like I like to capture moments in my music. Yeah. So every single song, granted, some of the storytelling is like, you know, like kind of like, you know, not real. Like I don't sit there and pop Molly and sweat. Ooh, I don't do that stuff. Right. I just sit there and I think like my music needs to be as feminine as it can be. Mm-hmm. Because being feminine, being like having a feminine type sound gives you more range. That's true. Because when your music is so like, I'm a blow up the shoot, blah, 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 and if you drop something that's like, yo, I love you, girl, it doesn't come off the same way. However, if my sound can be feminine and like, you know, feminine in a way where you can feel that emotion in that moment. Because femininity equals emotions, even though that it shouldn't be the case, but it just does that. That's why 808 and Heartbreak, well, 808 and Kanye's 808 album was such a door opener for people wanting to use autotune. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, yo, you can be sensitive and you can still be hip hop. Mm-hmm. So I try to use that in my sounds when I pick instruments, when I pick anything. I try to make sure that you don't throw me in a category where you'll think like, yo, he sound like Nas. He sound like Too Short. Yeah. Or he sound like Childish Gambino. Like, I want you to hear the elements, but I don't want you to make me them.
I like that perspective there. And it is funny that you're saying what you're saying in terms of the feminine aspect, because as soon as you said that, of course, I mean, most people are going to think about Michael Jackson and the way he did a lot of his music, Prince, the way he did a lot of his music, and the appeal, the broader appeal that artists like them had although it's like, you know, there was that feminine aspect there, it was still masculine. You know what I'm saying? They were still men at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
It was still macking.
Right. Yeah, you know, still, you know, and I definitely can hear that in your music as well. Like, there's still, even though you have that element there, it's still like, hey, at the end of the day, I'm still a man. I'm still hip hop. I'm just not as rigid as maybe some people are. So I can definitely respect that way of looking at it, you know, artistically, you know. So
thank you.
Yeah. So now that you both have really set up your styles, which, I mean, I think if anybody listens to you, it's clear that you both have different styles and different ways of kind of approaching it. It's kind of, it's almost like, you know, how do y'all come together? Because I know for me as an artist as well, like, I've been in a situation where I've been in a duo and I came into the situation with my style, and I had one of my homies, he came into the situation with his style, but it's funny because we had two different styles, but when we came together, it worked. And so when you two come together as Gold Standard, how are you able to mesh your styles together without sacrificing who you are individually?
Well, I would say that right now, me and Denzel, I'm sorry, Gold. You know how it is. We know each other since we kids. But
I understand.
Me and Gold, we've been experimenting ever since pretty much the summer heavily on meshing our styles to be one. We've done shows together. We have songs that we use as trials, and we tested them as a crowd. And funny thing is, we actually were up in Bed-Stuy in Brooklyn for a show. Shout out to Nat out at Federal for setting us up with that show. We had a little mishap where, technical difficulty with the mic, not just the mic, the phone, whoever, but the beat was playing off, everything was crap. And we had to go off the dome and just rap whatever was on our mind, freestyle, whatever. And that was actually better than what we intended to perform. So that right there showed that we have the chemistry. We just need to concoct the actual formula to have an overall product that'll set the tone. So right now we're working where we let each other's strengths take over on a beat where, maybe it's a point where we're like, all right, I don't know what to do with this part. And he's like, okay, I'm going to come in with this. And then he may say the same thing, Gold, and I'll come in and I'll reciprocate that. And that'll definitely have something dope come out overall. And we have that going right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So, Drew, let me ask you a question. And this is something I'll probably ask of both of you. But I know you've put out a few songs. I've seen you. I think or songs that you promoting a little bit more, like Dollars, Hold Up. And I want to say it's another one. Is it Fallout? Is that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got quite a few songs on your own, but it doesn't look like. Have you ever put out an entire body of work, or is that something that's in the works for you?
That is in the works. As a matter of fact, I have in the works 2 albums that I want to put out in the same season because, like I said, over the past 3 years now, 4 years, I've been networking, making connections, and just getting the overall experience as to what it means to be a recording artist, both in the artist aspect and especially in the financial aspect, because you kind of run into a lot of bullshit. You really do. It's like people want to talk about, the record label bullshit. Like, you ain't even there yet. Like, over down here, there's a whole bunch of stuff you got to sift through to find your way. Yeah. So I'm making up for lost time by I was talking to my man Kev out here in Jersey. Shout out to Kevin. He's like, yo, you haven't really put out any songs in a minute, and I'm not saying you old, but you're getting old or whatever. He's like putting the pressure on me, as he should. Mm-hmm. And adulting at some point does not have any place as an excuse. So, if I could get real personal about it, a nigga got laid off his job. Oh, wow. So Yeah, so, and a whole bunch of other shit that I can't really speak on right now, be it internal and external. But point being is the passion don't die. So honestly, you know how to get my money regardless. I'm a hustler by nature. So I'm getting this cash, and I'm still dropping songs, as you can see, and that's why every other week I'll drop a song, and I'll have artwork with it. Yeah. And then, honestly, doing a show can come, but I'm trying to make sure, like you said, body of work. So probably by February, I have 2 albums with maybe a month or so apart to make up for the lost time and body of work.
So do you have any particular concepts or anything in mind for the projects you do have coming out?
Yeah, I do actually. Like I have 2 names, like you said. Main name is Due Diligence, and the other name Baby Bishop. So one is going to be more so on the hip hop aspect, where like I'm raised by a lyrical legend. So like Big Daddy Kane, The Kiss, Rakim to Wu-Tang Clan and Cannabis, this, that, and the third. Everything in between. Either it's all jabs, no hooks, or vice versa. I'm good with it like that. So with Due Diligence, I'm going to put out an album entitled Light Work. And that's really more so on the lyrical flow side of things. And the beats are, not to say they're simple, but they're more hip-hop based in a J Dilla sense. Experimental, but not so much out there as a Flying Lotus, which I love Flying Lotus.
Yeah.
And with the other album I'll put out, it's more so related to the Baby Bishop aspect, which is catering to trap sounds. Now, for me, it's like trap is still hip-hop. It's still rap. It has its sound that is distinct and sets the tone for being trap, but also so does the lyrical content. Me, myself, I feel like there's no reason why somebody should not inject, be it intelligence or maybe even if it's not intelligent, just something that's enlightening, that's very common in the social norm that people don't really think about. Like I have a song that I'll let out now that it's about honestly just staying in the crib and saving money. It's just gonna be called The Crib, and it's just stressing that, like, you got friends like, yo man, you whack, why don't you just come out? So like, nah, B, you can do that shit. I got other things I want to do. I got goals, this, that, and the third, but it's just really about that,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now 21, you have a project out already, self-titled. How's the reception been to your album so far?
Well, that album was actually produced in 2015.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't realize it was that. I didn't realize it had been out that long.
Oh no, it hasn't been out. I told you I delete things a lot.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's just been sitting there.
Oh okay.
So it's just sitting there. So because I haven't really promoted it because I'm still in school right now.
Okay.
So and like finals and like I kind of want to just like jump off a bridge, but like in terms of reception, when I released the single for this project was California Dreaming.
Okay.
The reception for that was amazing.
Yeah, so I saw something on your Facebook page saying how the reception to it was good.
Yeah, I ended up setting up a page on MTV as a upcoming artist. I did all this stuff, and then school happened.
Yeah.
And then everything fell flat. Like, it was just everything. But so far, I really haven't promoted. But once I start promoting, because I'm actually working on another project.
Okay.
And I'm kind of using the project I have out right now as like a not a sound foundation, but like you look me up on Spotify, you'll see that he did have something out previously. So you can see the growth.
Right. So the project, you say you're working on a new project. What's the new project? What's the direction of that going to be?
Okay, so I'm working on 2 projects. One's called Baby Bishop. Like, nah. No, I'm working. We had to talk about this the other day. You tried to steal my bio. God damn it. My shit copywritten. So, nah, I'm working. No, that's how we go standard. All right, so I'm working on I'm working on 2 projects. One's called Goldie.
Okay.
And one is called Sky is Falling for Us.
The second was called what?
The Sky is Falling for Us.
Okay. All right. I like that title.
So Goldie is going to be more on the in terms of a more hip hoppy sounding, basically more kick driven.
Okay.
And then The Sky is Falling for Us is going to be more, as it sounds, more emotional. But both projects, in terms of like the direction I'm exactly going to go, the one Goldie is going to be more so. I'm trying to make each track so abstract, but the subject be a person. So every track is a person in its own way. So they're all different personalities. Like, for instance, I actually made a beat. I actually produced a beat last night for Goldie, and it's called CO. I don't know why I called it that, but it's called CO, and like the topic of that song is going to be about a girl named Stephanie.
Interesting.
And Stephanie likes to beat up her boyfriend. But since Stephanie, I know you're so annoying. But Stephanie, since Stephanie likes to beat up her boyfriend, and like throughout the song, I explain like Stephanie does that because her boyfriend is a reflection of her father. She can't fight him, but she's gonna fight her boyfriend.
Wow. Okay. That's a really interesting concept. Okay.
Yeah, and then for the project The Sky is Falling for Us, that's more so gonna be about my battle with depression, completely.
Okay. Yeah, and you know, it's funny that you said that, because that was a question I did want to ask you, because I heard you kind of mention that really all throughout 21 Gold, the album. How do you navigate through that personally? And is music one of those things where it can be a bit of gift and a curse in the sense of being a form of therapy, or can it sometimes be a trigger in certain senses?
Music, more so, for me, is more so a trigger.
Wow.
Because, like, it's very stressful making music.
Yeah.
Especially when, like, you create something, and, like, a lot of producers will tell you this. You create something, you're up all night making, and you wake up, and you're like, yo, this is trash. Like it's stressful, and then I start to think, because the way hip hop is now, like a lot of people that are outside get pushed out. So then, like, while you're outside and you're trying to get in, and like my sound is like distinct, so it's like you start to think like, oh, is someone gonna listen to this? Someone gonna listen to this? And then you start writing, and then it just all becomes a stressor. Then you just stop wanting to do it because it just stops being fun. You can't make good music if you're not having fun.
That's true.
Yeah. So it just like triggers me, and then it gets to a point where I'll just shut down and won't do a damn thing for like 2 months. But now it's starting to get a little bit easier since we formed Gold Standard, and like I see him working, and it's like for me it's kind of like a competition. Like I'm not gonna fall behind, but I'm not gonna pass him, because at the end of the day, we family.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, if you remember Pokemon, he's Ash, I'm Gary. So
get out of here.
You know, I got my cloak. I'll be looking real dope. Like, keep up.
Nah, forget that. You Brock. Get out of here. You Brock. I'm Ash. All right? You can mess with Misty.
I'm good being the black guy. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but that's good that, you know, and that's something that my last guest is something we kind of were talking about, how it's important to have people around you, because, you know, I don't suffer from depression, but I do understand that struggle of being an artist and constantly fighting with, okay, is what I do good enough? You know, like one minute I might be like, man, this is the worst thing ever. You know, like I should just throw it away. And then other times it's like, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes for me, it's more internal. But for some people, it's like you kind of need those people around you to just push you and bring you back to reality and help you to realize, like, look, dude, like, you're dope. Like, keep it going. So it's good that you have, you know, it's good that y'all have each other, really. Because I'm not even just gonna say 21. You have Drew, but Drew, you have 21. Because I'm sure there are probably moments where you need that extra push too.
Moments, probably every second, because it does come through like that, whether it's on the track or off the track.
Yeah. So that's good that y'all work together in that way. I mean, you know, you need that iron to sharpen the iron like that. So let me ask y'all one last question. So you said you had test songs that y'all kind of put out there as a group, and I know y'all sent me, or at least I think Natalie may have sent it to me. Shout out to Natalie, by the way. Yeah. So she sent me. She sent me Marathon Show and Drop Top 3.0. So what else? Like, are y'all planning to put together an entire album together, or is it just a thing where like y'all put stuff out here and there?
The album was definitely going to come out, but we definitely want to make sure that before we drop an entire project that we have, singles and things to really grab in and establish the fan base. So the album we're not so much worried about. Like, the second we have these singles out and we know what the crowd is feeling in terms of us, that everything else will come very naturally, and then the album will be here sooner than you would even think it would be.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't y'all let everybody know where they can connect with each of you on social media and as a group as well?
Yeah, y'all know it. Drew Diligence, DRUDILIGENCE on Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud. Gold Standard, same thing. It's GOLD Standard, then 24K.
Don't follow me on nothing. It's like, nah. Follow me on, look me up on Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, anything you want. It don't matter. Search XXI Gold. And that's really it.
Nah, it ain't it. Hey, yo, AJ, don't think that we're not coming out there, brother, because we got business in D.C. I know I do. So I'm doing, I got videos, I got producers to link with, and then I know DC gets it popping. I've been out there at the Howard Theater. They turn up. So I'll be out there. I'll be stopping through on you.
Hey, let me
Not
know.
me.
Let me know. Open invite.
You done messed up now. We about to be there. Yeah, open the door. It's like, nah.
and yeah, we bringing Henny. So yeah.
Hey, it's all good.
Yeah.
I don't mind drinking Henny at 11 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? It's
You
5
better
o'clock
not.
somewhere.
Yeah, you better not.
Oh, man. So I appreciate y'all brothers calling in, man, and keep up the good work. And, you know what I'm saying, we'll definitely be putting the music in rotation, especially once y'all send me some more clean versions. I need some clean versions, y'all.
All right, yo, thanks for having us. We appreciate it, man. Independent artists, thank you.
No problem. Appreciate y'all. Y'all keep up the great work and keep grinding, y'all.
All right, Jersey to D.C.
That's right. That's right. All right, y'all.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Gold Standard, Drew Diligence, and 21 Gold, and we're going to go ahead play a couple of their songs right now. We're going to start off with Drew Diligence with Dollars, and you're listening to the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
Ha! Yeah! We breaking banks and breaking bills. Don't matter, baby, we take it still. Twerk it on me, tell me how it feels. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Take a shot or pop a pill. Don't matter, ma, you pop it still. Hit the stage, tell me how it feels. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. We breaking banks and breaking bills. Don't matter, baby, we take it still. Twerk it on me, tell me how it feels. Hit the stage, tell me how it feels. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Make noise for what? Got loud on me. Player types get pounds on me. No clowns on me. My niggas with me. We love the money. Yeah, hundreds, 50s. Had change your heart to spread love. Throw it up in the club. He a dumb, so what's up? Give a nigga a it's all the same. Oh, you twerk that ass. Oh, you work for this cash. Funny ass, try to get your math. Saying you a freak but don't know the hash. Ass so fat, this ain't Abercrombie. Ass so fat, I'm throwing on money. Ass so fat, I put that on mommies. Ass so fat, I do some more mommy, She stay teasing, make it run and check up for good reason. Got a handful like we raking leaves and throw it up cause it's for our season. We breaking banks and breaking bills, don't matter baby, we cake it still. Twerk it on me, tell me how it feels. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Take a shot or pop a pill, don't matter ma, you pop it still. Hit the stage, tell me how it feels. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. We breaking banks and breaking bills. Don't matter, baby, we cake it still. Twerk it on me, tell me how it feels. Hit the stage, tell me how it feels. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Ass fat, got sacks to match them Barbie. Number plastic, slay better, dogged up like brasses. Love when you and your friends get ratchet. Ain't selling shit, them buying. My chicks texting, why ain't replying? Cake all in my face. Shorty said she gon' give me a taste. Hold up, homie, she no dancer, but them diamonds dancing on it. So get off or throw a stack. Watch your baddie throw it back. Bust it split and pop that slow. Do gymnastics on that bow. Goofy things still. Real ones paying bills. Yeah. Breaking banks and breaking bills. Don't matter, baby, we cake it still. Twerk it on me, tell me how it feels. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Take a shot or pop a pill. Don't matter, ma, you pop it still. Hit the stage, tell me how it feels. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. We breaking banks and breaking bills. Don't matter, baby, we cake it still. Twerk it on me, tell me how it feels. Hit the stage, tell me how it feels. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs. Swimming in dollars like Navy SEALs.
Organizing any type of event to benefit the people in your neighborhood? Then submit it for the Bars Community Calendar. Send all important information, including point of contact, to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
I feel like I'm lucid dreaming in a white room, 3 walls and no ceilings. I think it's too soon to be catching these feelings. Running from you is like running to the dark side. Left, right, let me pick a thought and be a moth in the black light. Uncut rocks in the dark, give the best light. Put your hands up in the sky. I can feel the moonlight, piece by piece, put a picture in the light bright. Never be afraid, embrace the dark, let's vibe in the neon. Let's scream to the eons, 2 fingers in the sky, shout out to the Cleons. Never ask questions, baby girl, we on. Purple rain swimming, reality gripping, reality slipping. 10% focus, reality tipping. We are
Breathing you in my sea. This is where I wanna be. Pressure on my chest. Moonlight in your eyes. Levels of tranquility. Release me. Free my body as I dream.
Listen to the lights screaming like neon sprites in a fight. Can you believe it? The best type of moments in life are when you're dreaming. Sit down and clear your mind. Thoughts and crowds. Search deep down in the lost and found. Reality hits you when you touch the ground. You wanna take a chance? Proceed to mount. Pray to the gods that our souls are found. Lucy, love, I see your smile. I know you're amazed. Vibrant chaser. Everyone knows to never wake up. Our love so strong. With you, I thought we could be friends and live forever. Keeping me grounded, ending up together. Understand and fall to the ground. Place your trust and never look down.
Breathing you in my sea. This is where I wanna be. Pressure on my chest.
It's time to get back to AJ Throwback and Bars, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah, that was 21 Gold with Diamonds off of his album 21 Gold. And before that, at the top of the set, we had Drew Diligence with Dollars. Shout out to those brothers once again for calling in and talking to us, as well as Ryan Lucas earlier for coming with Power in One. Definitely want to give a few birthday shout outs before we get into the community calendar. Shout out Ty, celebrating a birthday today. One of my dear friends, Levette, celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to Tyrone, Adrian, and Hannah, celebrating birthdays on Friday. Janelle, celebrating a birthday Saturday. Hassan, aka DJ Maestro, one of the best DJs I know, celebrating a birthday on Sunday. My main man Tari, Lonnie, and Millie celebrating birthdays next Monday, and Cecil and Tanisha celebrating birthdays next Tuesday. Definitely want to shout out everybody that was watching on the live today. Of course, the Mrs., you know what I'm saying? I know you tuned in all the time. I appreciate you, baby. Calvin Williams, always one of the biggest supporters, or becoming one of the biggest supporters. Miss Razzle Dazzle, I know you were tuned in at one point. The Reeds, Mike and Neen, you know what I'm saying? Mike from Mike's Corner, along with Mike, Will, Sco, Mr. Sean. They come on every other Tuesday. They were on last night, right here on WinDCRadio.com from 6 to 8 p.m. And the ladies of Let's Be Clear, Neen and Becky, on next Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. right here on WinDCRadio.com. They are one of my biggest supporters. They got one of my favorite shows. I just love what they do every single Tuesday. So I appreciate the love from y'all as well. I have no idea who this is calling, but hey, let's see what's going on. You on with the Balancing Act Radio Show? Hello? I guess they didn't really want to talk. But yeah, but I just appreciate everybody that's been tuned in. Shout out to homie Larry. Mr. Larry King, always tuned in, like every program, everybody's program. He shows WinDC so much love. Appreciate you, Larry. Dana Andre Tenen watching. Appreciate you, or tune in earlier. Appreciate you watching. My man Sly D was on a song with him and Prodigal, King of the Jungle. Shout out Sly D, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Demetria McCoy, Miss Jetta, appreciate you tuning in as well. And just everybody who's listening hears my voice right now. Yeah. Let's not waste too much more time. Let's get into this right here.
Let's see what's happening on the Bars community calendar.
All right, so we announced it earlier today. Here are more of the details. Again, Fresh Tribe and Power in One will be presenting the We Don't Need Their Approval Music Fest tonight at 8 p.m. at Velvet Lounge, 915 U Street Northwest. Of course, Ryan Lucas will be headlining with his drummer D2, along with his DJ Corey T. There will also be Maluba, Latasia, who was actually here in studio with us earlier, RNL, Kemp Black, and Demaya. The cost is $10, and I will definitely be in attendance for that event. This Saturday, Raw Element Dance Company will be having Chosen One Christmas at Iverson. That's Saturday, December 15th. The show times are at 1 p.m. at 2 p.m. right here at the shops at Iverson, 3737 Branch Avenue, Hillcrest Heights, Maryland. Come experience a hip-hop Christmas with Raw Element Dance Company, youth members, the Chosen Ones. The cost is absolutely free. For more info, visit www.rawelementdance.com. I've been announcing this for months. It's finally about to be here. The Economic Development Committee of the Fairfax County Branch National Association for the Advancement of Colored People will be holding the first annual Fairfax NAACP Veteran and Minority Business Expo. Also Saturday, December 15th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Thomas Jefferson High School, 6560 Braddock Road in Alexandria. The cost is $60 for vendors, $20 for additional tables. Attendees are encouraged to donate $7 for the Fairfax NAACP to continue their advocacy work in Fairfax County. For more info, contact Nikki Zimmerman at 571-309-2621, or email veterans@fairfaxnaact.org or economicdev@fairfaxnaact.org. And finally, Sweet Treats Boutique and 1203 Music Group will be holding their 3rd annual Winter Give Back Toy Drive and Closeout Party Wednesday, December 19th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Red Lounge Bar and Grill, 2013 14th Street Northwest. Features live performances by Courtesy, Drea Renee, who we've had on the show before, Young Chris the Artist, Donnie Breeze, music by DJ Freaky Ty, and hosted by June the Kid. Cost is $10 or bring a new unwrapped toy. For more info and to donate, visit www.gofundme.com/3rd, that's the number 3RD annual winter give back. And we will have all of that info on our Bars on Air page. All right, let's close out with this right here.
Words of wisdom to get you through the rest of your week. These are the Bars for Life.
So it's funny because I got all the way to this morning. I actually didn't have a Bars for Life until kind of the last minute, and it actually tied into something. Actually tied into a lot that we talked about today, talking about hip hop. So, Hall of Fame manager and Dodgers legend Tommy Lasorda once said, "The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination." And I think you could look at that even beyond music. I mean, of course, I'm an artist. The people that I featured today, all artists, business people. And a lot of times it's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to stay determined and look at things from a perspective of, okay, is this possible? Is it impossible? But if you're determined, if you keep pushing, if you keep pressing, no matter what things look like, no matter how things present themselves, nothing's really impossible as long as you say to yourself, look, I see this in my sights. I see this in my view. It's possible. It's tangible. I can reach this. I can literally smell it, taste it, feel it, touch it, hear it, see it, everything. Like, if you have that mindset, there's nothing in this world that's impossible. You just have to really be determined. And also, like we have been saying all day, keep people around you that help you to stay determined. I mean, granted, at the end of the day, it has to come from within. You have to have that drive yourself. But at the same time, it always helps to have people around you that push you to be better, that don't let you fall by the wayside, or don't allow you to doubt yourself or keep yourself down in the dumps for too long. So that's really what I got for y'all today. Later today, we got Grind Season Radio on from 8 to 10 p.m. So make sure y'all stay tuned in to WinDCRadio.com and all week for all of our great programming that we have. I just appreciate everybody who was tuned in today, whether you listen on the app, whether you tune in Facebook Live, whether you listen online, no matter what. I appreciate every single member of Team Bars. If you are listening, if you are watching, if you're supporting and sharing, you are a member of Team Bars, and I appreciate you. I love you, and just be great. And I appreciate just all the love and support. Y'all help me to be great. Y'all don't understand just how much I just appreciate the love and the support. Everybody needs it. Y'all motivate me, and in turn, that's why we are the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. So I'm not gonna do too much more talking. I'm gonna actually close out on time for once, and we're gonna close out with. Oh, before I do close out, next week our last scheduled guest for 2018, King Mars, will be in. Well, I think he'll be either in the studio or he'll call. We'll work that out. But he's actually out of town. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna work all that out and see whether or not he's gonna come in. But King Mars, dope lyricist. Make sure y'all tune in next week for that. Hopefully we'll be able to get to talk about some Christmas stuff before Christmas comes along. Play a little bit of Christmas music. We got some Christmas music for some dope independent artists. So that's what we're gonna do next week. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste too much more time. go ahead and close out the show. This is Bree London, already winning. And again, we'll be back next week. Make sure y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe, be blessed, be prosperous, and stay motivated. And remember, we are the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars. See y'all next week. Peace, y'all.
I just wanna know why they hate me. Cause I don't understand.
I walk with my head held high, 'cause I know my worth. She talks me down when I'm gone, face to face, no words. Think I wanna be no, I don't wanna be She mugs and whispers with friends when she sees me. But when I approach, she says that it wasn't about me. Can't seem to believe her. No, I don't think I believe her. Oh, no. I know. 'Cause there's no competition. Already winning. Winning. There's no competition. Already winning. She says that she can take my man if she wants to, but she don't have an effect on him like I do. She can't get any weaker. No man don't wanna keep her. Oh, no. She wanna be friends with me when no one's around. I threw her stop being fake, but I am not down. She can't speak for herself. Always needs somebody else. Oh, no. I know. But there's no competition. Already winning. There's no competition. Already winning. I'm better for myself and I don't need anyone else. I'm better for myself and I don't need anyone else. Need money, I got mine. Grown woman living on my own time. Fake friends, nah, I'm fine. Don't need fake hoes on my line. Switch it up, that's what I do. Think you're getting over on me? What is your IQ? Haters will always find you. Always sleeping under your mat. I don't have time to. Can't find me? I'm in the crease. Writing all these verses, analyzing beats. Never checking on IG. Just to see what these haters think of me. We are all roses built from concrete. Never perfect, trying to be the best, see? How you gonna try and demean me when you're cut from the same cloth, baby, let's be. There's no competition. Already winning. There's no competition. Already
Bars.
And that's it.
I did it. Mommy did it?
Yes. I do it.
Oh.
You want to say the bars?
You want to do bars?
Bars.